Mogul Money Live was the event bound to happen. It was inevitable. You had the min-max king of streaming and content in Ludwig, the culmination of gaming orgs and streamers ripping real game shows but just using content creators, and those creators' chats coming together to make something amazing. It wasn't just star power, it was performance. It wasn't just chat, it was the crowd. It wasn't just good, it was revolutionary. This wasn't just any stream, just any show. It was a production. Notes will be taken to how do you replicate this? What makes this so great? And who is going to cash in on it next? For LSF and the streaming economy, it's what content should be, and what content will soon set the bar too. Hey, my name's Alec, and this is Streamer Chat. So how did Mogul Money Live happen? Let's start with Ludwig, the Twitch subathon champ turned YouTube content defector, but also their hero. He had already created the new content roadmap before anyone else. Make your streams the content for videos. Not just gameplay cut into highlights, but come up with a plan, do it live, and it makes itself. It's efficient. Such as his recent challenges with Connor Dog voice actor, or even peeling an egg. He's not the best gamer, but he is a smart content maker. Also, game shows for gamers. It's simple. Rip the sick home from school daytime game shows and just change the name. But don't use normal people. Use the worst people. Use streamers. Streamer.org OTK is already running the game show format with shows like Parasocial and Schooled, but this isn't even Ludwig's first foray into games. With his previous partnership with Twitch and Moist Critical to make Hivemind, Mogul Money was in the same vein. Take Jeopardy and make categories a simple person could know, but also laugh at their absurdity. Don't use teachers and computer techs. Use streamers. They don't have to be the smartest, they just have to be the funniest and most entertaining, because let's be honest, they have plenty of money and will get more. But what they always want more of is clout. Getting exposure, fans, and farming content is what they all want to do. And that makes it even more competitive. You can have great performances like the XQC, Seer, and Soda episode, and then you have great episodes in a different sense with Saikuno and Fusli, but also you can have other creators in the YouTube space like Noel Miller and Cody Co. It would all end with a fun spin on the end of Steve Harvey's show Family Feud. A quick money round where we take survey answers. Ludwig had a great show. The weekly format made it feel like your weekly TV show. So what makes these different from television? I think it's the chat and the fans. People go to concerts to see their favorite artists in person. It goes from enjoyment to experience. It reminds you they're real. In a way, they're just like you. With a streamer, you have chat and emotes, and you're part of a community. With bigger creators, you chat hoping to maybe get a laugh and hope to not get lost to the void, or you just like being part of the bigger joke. With this event though, what if you were heard? Literally seen. Mogul Money Live was going to take why you love concerts and turn it into that for game shows. With the growth of esporting events being as large as normal sports, if a TED Talk grows a crowd, why not Ludwig and his friends? It wasn't just any show though. It was going to be on a new scale, but Ludwig had the resources. He has his YouTube deal, which allowed him to use the YouTube theater, Ludwig's early connections in the Smash community with Beyond the Summit for production. He had one of the best streaming event planners in his corner, with Streamer Awards showrunner herself, Cutie Cinderella, the recent esports Streamer of the Year nominee for her abilities in planning and content management. He was taking advantage of all the things afforded to him and putting it to its best use. He is the content min-maxer after all, who proved it's not just luck, it takes skill too. It was the big time. The preparation was there, so how'd it go? Let's talk about the show. Ludwig had his champions, a sold-out theater full of friends and fans. Everyone was ready to tune in to the big streamer event full of their favorites, and out came our 6'4" king in a suit and shoes. No Crocs though. We were competing for a golden toilet and stolen Mr. Beast money. Let's begin. The opening match could have been just enough for the whole event. A running theme would be the great balance of contestants in each round. As they put it, evolution chart of man and personality. From the signature nonchalantness of Connor Eats Pants, to the yards effortlessly cool Nick, to the always on the energy Will Neff, it was already one of the best Mogul Monies. Will Neff complaining he can't work a buzzer, to Connor just kind of knowing things, to Nick getting his dogs, which is a thing now. You could feel the energy from the crowd. In just this segment, you could break down why this event had success and was fun. Here, you could piece why these streamer events and personalities can outshine normal syndicated television. Where else does the contestant leave to get food? Where else do you get an Animorphs moment? Ludwig also showed he's not just an internet Ryan Seacrest. He can be and do more. They cut loose and are still themselves, providing content, and it was fun. But it had a plot twist. Care for some spoilers of results going forward. Will Neff played the villain and had the biggest bamboozle in game history. He abused the bromance. He added the next layer that makes every LSF thread plotline good. Drama. He added stakes. Not sponsored, by the way. But a note with drama is, once again, who needs the money? The laughs are the prizes. Literally the journey and the friends we made along the way. It had great laughs, moments, and a great ending. It could have been the whole show, but it was only the start. If this is indicative of what's to come, we were on setup for a good time. my queen, my juicer, my TOS violation. This is where the balances of personality really shined. Pokey being her bubbly self, Sykkuno nestled right between to be the foundation, and the juicer himself, XQC. It was every tier 3 streamer's dream to see this collab. It was more than just a competition. You had 4 people in their elements doing what each has done on the platform to the best of their abilities. Entertain. Ludwig was also in his element, the overconfident theater band kid having fun with each contestant and highlighting them, but keeping the crowd involved and getting their money's worth while just being a great host. But then he was about to lose it all. Match 3. Trash. Without a doubt, the peak of the event, which even the crowd literally agreed, was match 3. The worst of the worst performers in Mogul Money history. In a twist, Ludwig brings back Kingdom Hearts fan Fuslie, record-breaking lowest score ever Soda Poppin', and Miskiff. Ludwig's sanity, his time restraints, and the crowd were no longer his. It wasn't Mogul Money, it was chaos. So many great answers were given, but I think I can count on both hands how many correct answers there were. But that wasn't the goal. Those 3 went in knowing why they were there, to farm content and laughs. Soda made every answer worth the screen time, and it all valued negative points. Miskiff didn't even seem to remember he was on a show. It was just Miskiff being himself, but without a door. He actually had chops, and you realize he does great wherever he is. And Leslie made it seem like she was trying her best. But Whimser? Really? Every question took so long, but each second was worth it. What really made this live in-person event reach new heights and new life were lifelines. Chance and Leslie both used the crowd of friends to their advantage and called up friends, Myth, Hassan, and even Valkyrie. Fan favorites, and you got more than you bargained for. The crowd loved it. You got to see creators having fun, enjoying the moment and taking it. It was so unique and smart of them, and also organic. You wouldn't get that in normal Mogul Money. You wouldn't get the same reaction without a crowd. Miskiff actually played to the crowd so well, and he brought up a fan. It's a lifetime experience she won't forget. It was brilliant. What they lack in answers, they made up for in laughs. It just kept getting better. As I go into the final round, I should mention the great ad used to further expand the Ludwig Mogul brand. I don't want to praise Slime too much because he doesn't need it and will probably find me and ban me. I actually just want to say hi to Eamon, but also with a feature from Alex from I Did a Thing. It was just fun, but also a reminder that Ludwig was always trying to make them mogul moves, baby. The finals. It had it all. Drama, laughs, a true culmination of all that came before. Assembled winners, Leslie, Will Neff, and Sykkuno. It was quick money, but 1v1v1. Survey from the crowd. How bad could they be? Leslie led the best she could. Sykkuno middle spot, plot armor was in effect, and the strongest performer villain, Will Neff, led great. It ends with back and forth answers and actual, it could be anyone's game tension. Balanced contestants again. You really wanted any of them to win, but all it took was Leslie to not shower like a normal person for Sykkuno, who trailed the whole time to make a last-second win. Ludwig couldn't have scripted it better himself. A last-minute win for his best friend and the most-loved contestant of the night claims the golden toilet. It was perfect. And as I watched, I realized this is going down in history. It was a great show. One that made you say, I want more of this. But can we? I think this is only the beginning. So what happens now? From the cast to the crowd, it was an event that was so different from all others prior. The last of this level was Cutie Cinderella Streamer Awards, which was a moment to honor and recognize some of the favorites in the industry. What made this reunion different? I think it was the crowd. Let's use Miz as an example. He's a great entertainer. Okay, so that was for his ego, so he'll keep watching if he's here. Make all the jokes of lack of content he doesn't have. He knows what people want to respond and act to. It was his moment to be introed, and he completely steals Ludwig's crowd. Ludwig's content. It was something he couldn't get at the awards. Once again, the awards were great and highlighted great accomplishments, and it was cool to see those recognized. But who do these creators joke and make content for? Chat and fans. So some interactions felt different when they were on stage accepting. At Mogul Money Live, you got to be with those who watch you endlessly. Real-time reactions, but to see and feel the crowd is something I think other creators will chase. And if they weren't there, they saw the potential. People want to see their heroes, to bond and connect and have unique experiences, and these in-person events provide that. Because of this, I think we'll see 2 shifts in streamer events. One is the scope and more in-person events. I've obviously advocated throughout this video for more in-person and personal experiences, but this is just a start. A lot of top streamers already get barraged by fans IRL on or off stream, but these experiences provide unique moments. Lots of creators blew up in COVID, and now with more things opening, it's opening a hunger to meet more of their favorites they've met throughout the last 3 years. And now it's time to cash in on that. Origin streamers can realize people will show up in troves to meet them, and the limit is only by what is capable and what can be rented out. The second thing I think Mogul Money might change, do we see more YouTube moves or more streamer investment. Sponsors are abundant, of course. I feel Ludwig's connection with YouTube and YouTube's continued pursuit to grow their contracted creators and see them grow their platform was an X factor. The YouTube studio literally made this reach its potential. Recently, we've seen OTK partner with WePlay to use their facility for things such as the OTK Games Expo. But it's the venues, it's the resources provided by YouTube that can make more and more things here happen. More ability to connect its user. Any creator can look at this event and realize I can do something like that with their help. It's been said that the YouTube contracts are more friendly. They get comparable pay to stream less, but all their creators have taken that time to do more and be bigger. Ludwig doing the most with it. Who else will see the opportunities and be tempted to move over? What happens when YouTube rivals Twitch rivals? We could see a direct connection to Mogul Money Live being a deciding factor how to get more to come to the platform, and YouTube should from this point look for a way to create more large-scale events to make their deal more enticing. And if creators are going to these events, there's less streams active and more eyes on your event. I do want to point out that Latin creators like eBuy and maybe boxing events like Creator Clash are already bringing in big numbers, but in a way, I feel like this stands differently and might be worth a different conversation. If we see a growth in these types of events, I think it all starts with Mogul Money Live. What happens when the 100 Thieves compound becomes an event venue? What happens when OTV makes their own IRL Among Us stream place? Tim the Tatman has his own tailgate coming up, which is basically a big concert. Large-scale in-person streamer events could be the way and goal to every creator's roadmap. Their MCU Phase 4 is taking over Staples Center for a game show with Mr. Beast. It all started with games, but everyone is trying to grow. Everything evolves. Netflix and Hulu started as a network for finding new things and showing what you may like, but now are in their own content and prestige shows. Why can't streaming and gaming creators follow suit? That's what we're seeing, and if Mogul Money was Stranger Things Season 1, what is streaming's next Tiger King or Ozark? What and who is next? Ludwig has figured his content out, but with Jimmy always pushing him, what's next for the Yard's dad? And who's gonna make the next mogul move? Hey, my name's Alec. That was Streamer Chat. If you liked that video, would you consider following and subscribing? I'd appreciate the encouragement and any feedback you have. I normally do short form like shorts, reels, TikToks. This is my first time trying something long form. I'm really going for it. I love talking about games and the gaming industry, whether that be new games or things that are changing in the entertainment and creator space. I'm also just a big fan of Ludwig and a lot of other people in the video because I do think we're constantly seeing a change in how content is made and how the rest of the industry responds. I don't think I'm a super expert, but I hope I can convey maybe why some of these things excite me and maybe why others like it too. If you want to see more of that, hit the subscribe button and also follow me on any other socials. Thanks for your support, and I hope I see you next time. See ya.